Hi guys, so today I'm just doing a really quick review and demo on some Kat Von D products I picked up after Logical Harmony has certified them as cruelty free and has a list of vegan products, so I will link that below if you're interested in her vegan stuff. And let's just get into it. So I have read a lot of reviews on the Kat Von D stuff, and one thing I noticed is that everyone commented that the foundation was like super full coverage, but almost like as if it was a bad thing. When you think about Kat Von D, I feel like her look is like kind of theatrical and very full coverage and like dramatic, and so to me it makes perfect sense that her foundation would be full coverage because the line is meant to reflect her as a person. I don't think that's going to be an issue, but that is something I've noticed that a lot of people have kind of commented negatively about, was that the stuff was like too full coverage. Not sure why I felt the need to get into that, but there you go. I picked up two of the foundations, and I usually do this in liquid foundations. I get one that is going to be the lightest shade that I might be, and then one that is the very darkest that I might be. Today I'm going to use light 49. Alright, so I've just done 3 pumps on a palette, and I'm going to try applying that with the oldie silk finish brush from Zoeva. So I have put a good layer of moisturizer on. I used the OSHA Atmosphere Protective Cream. That stuff is nice because it does really hydrate your skin, but there's no kind of residue, and because this is full coverage we want to make sure that everything is kind of even and not going to be already dried out. I feel like this is going to be one of those foundations that you really have to like work it in. Like it's not a slap it on and go kind of one, which happen to be my favourite kind, but they have their place. Okay, so it's definitely very full coverage, as we know, but I didn't expect her to come out with a freaking tinted moisturizer, so I would say this is a foundation that you're going to want to check close up after you've used it, because from far away it might look like you have a good even covering, but kind of is a little bit streaky close up, so just check that. So this is just one layer of that foundation. I have played around with it a little bit before, and I would say that this isn't going to be something that you're going to want to wear every day unless you already wear a lot of makeup. I think if you're kind of a tinted moisturizer and lip balm kind of person, you're not going to want to get this foundation unless you really want full coverage for some reason. But I mean, I like the finish. I'll see how it wears throughout the day, but although it did take some working in, it really wasn't that like hard. It just took some time, but that's quite typical with a lot of full coverage foundations, because it really shows if you've not kind of covered everything or if you've not blended out any streaks and stuff. So so next I'm going to try their concealer, and this is in light 16. When I was in Sephora I did find that a lot of the colors looked a bit like grey, so this was like the best I could find for my skin, but we'll see how it looks. Just have a little pea-sized dot on there. I'm going to use a Lab 2 I'm Turning Pro foundation brush for this. It's not as grey as I thought. So I am doing the old triangle thing for this just because this isn't natural makeup by any means, so I may as well just go for it. I'm actually going to go dampen a beauty blender real quick because I think that's going to be perfect for this. That was another one of the products which I had noticed that people were complaining that it was just too full coverage and cakey. But I wonder if the damp beauty blender brush combo is maybe the key to that, because you get it where you want it, and it is so thick that it's going to kind of adhere quickly, and then you just whip up any excess with this. So that might be something to try if you're having that problem. Again, we'll see how it wears throughout the day, and I'll put that information in a blog post below, but so far so good. So one of the other items I got was the Lock It Tattoo Powder Foundation, which is in very cute packaging. And then this is the shade I got, which is medium 57. I'm going to use the Body Contour 2 brush from Furless for that. I wouldn't assume that your powder and your liquid are going to be the same color, because these definitely are not. That's just something to keep in mind. That definitely did add some coverage. Obviously I don't know what it's like to use without the foundation underneath, but it does feel like it's kind of set it pretty well, but it doesn't feel cakey yet. We'll see how it goes around the nose, because that's usually where it might get cakey or smile lines. So it is essentially a matte powder foundation, but it doesn't have that kind of dry powdery look. There is a slight skinness about it, I guess. So yeah, so far so good there. So this is probably the product I was most surprised about loving. I have used this quite a lot already because I couldn't wait. This is the Tattoo Brow in Blonde, and it's just a very fine felt tip, kind of, might actually be like a very pointy brush tip, but anyway, it's a great colour for blondes, and I've really been liking it. So to prep my brows, I've just been combing through them to get any foundation out and kind of get them into place. And although you could just colour in your whole brow with this, if you do prefer kind of like blockier brows, I'm actually going to do hair strokes with it because I think that is a great kind of tip to do that with. If you're not familiar with that, I did watch a video by Hey Claire where she used the Anastasia dip brow in that kind of way of doing hair strokes, so I'll link that because that's kind of like what inspired me to try this way, I guess. This is the best blonde colour brow pen I think I've ever experienced because there's no green, there's no orange, it's just like the perfect neutrally colour. I do think if you were very, very fair, you could still use this and maybe just powder on top with just like with a foundation, and it would take some of the colour out. So I did post a picture of this on Instagram if you want to go and have a look at that too, but I have really been enjoying this, and it wasn't something I bought that I was like thinking I'm gonna love this, but it's probably my favourite of the products I've tried of hers so far. I guess lips is next. So I did pick up 2 lip products from her. I got the Everlasting Liquid Lipstick in Lolita, which is like a cult favourite, I guess. Again, very cute packaging. And then I got one of her Studded Kiss lipsticks in Noble, which is a super nice nude, and I have actually used this a few times. And it's just like, oh, I didn't realise that was on there, that's cute. It's like my natural lip colour, but nicer. So I guess what makes sense, because I don't really want to layer them because I want to get a good idea, is to do the lipstick first. I really like it. I think that it's kind of semi-moisturizing in some way. I did wear this a lot when I was in Vegas, but at the same time it does stay on and doesn't just kind of, you know, disappear. So that is that one. I don't know how any of her darker lipsticks are because I wanted to make sure I got things that I'll actually use. One of the other things I got, which this was like the prime time to try this out, I haven't touched these yet, are her Unlock It Makeup Remover Wipes. I haven't really heard much about these. I love the packaging. So let's give one of those a go on my lips right now. Oh, back to the lipstick. I do think it would be good with a lip liner, but I just want to show you that this is what it's like. In fact, maybe I'll do another coat. Alright. They smell nice. They are like super thick little towelettes. So onto the liquid lipstick. This is Lolita, which I guess is like sold out in a lot of places because everyone's obsessed with it. I see why it's a favourite. It's a very pretty colour. I think this is actually what I had a mini or a sample of that I wore in my tattoos video. I think this is like the colour right now. Everyone loves this colour. It's like a great, slightly purple toned brownie, hate to say it, Kylie Jenner lip. You know? I think she's adorable. It doesn't really feel like I have anything on my lips. It doesn't feel very drying or cakey. Again, we'll see how it wears throughout the day. I have noticed that I'm already kind of cracking around the nose here, so I'm just going to go in and blend that out a bit more. Maybe I just have too much around there, just to take away any excess. Okay, so that is everything I got from her now. She does have a contour kit and some eyeshadow kits, but it's really kind of frustrating because not every shade in there is vegan, but a lot of them are. But hopefully now she's, you know, been certified cruelty-free biological harmony and they're making an attempt. Maybe that will change, I would hope so. I'm really impressed so far. I have used the foundation a couple times and like I said, that lipstick, and I really did like all of those. I just wanted to show you how they come up because a lot of people have complained that they're too full coverage, but I think if you really work at it and don't use too much, that it does give you a nice finish. I think that this foundation and concealer would also be great for photo shoots and stuff because it's layerable, it's very full coverage, and I think it's going to photograph really well. I'm going to take a little pic on my phone with the flash on and see what happens. So it does show up nice on camera. It doesn't look like my face and neck are two different colours, so that's good. So yeah, I will see how this wears throughout the day, and I'll definitely put a written kind of bullet point review on my blog to go along with this, so check that out down below. And let me know what you've thought of any Kat Von D products you've tried. And of course I have linked the Logical Harmony vegan list and blog post about it below. If there are any other brands you want me to kind of do a review and demo with, maybe cover effects, then definitely let me know. And I will see you next time. Bye.